Guys, Mahmoud wants a divorce. And the truth be told, who can blame him? His wife is, after all, Nicole. Guys, it's Ebird Online. Let's get into it. And so yes, today we're in the presence of idiocy. And I've been watching Nicole with Mahmoud since the start of the season, and guys, I can scarcely get my breath. Such is the level of her ludicrousness. Nagging Nicole and moody Mahmoud really are a marriage made in hell. Since we last saw her a few seasons ago, she seems to have developed Tourette's. Every time Mahmoud says, well, anything, she's F-bombing and blinding all over the bloody shop. Anyway, I'm here to break everything down for you. But before we begin, guys, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's subscribed to my channel thus far. It really does make a difference. And also a massive thank you to everyone who's been writing comments. They absolutely do crack me up. But if you've yet to do so, consider subscribing to the channel. Guys, it's fun over here. I can't think of one single reason why you wouldn't just press subscribe. And also smash the like button and share on your social media if you enjoy the video. Thanks guys. Right, so without further ado, I give you Nicole and Mahmoud. So really quickly, for those who have yet to be introduced to Nicole and Mahmoud. The couple met and married 4 years ago, and a year later Nicole moved out to Egypt to live with Mahmoud. So Nicole lived with Mahmoud and his extended family, and while she was there they argued and argued and argued, and finally she came home. And just so you know, they mainly argued about what Nicole was or wasn't wearing. So yeah, colour me freaking surprised when I discovered that she'd filed paperwork for Mahmoud to come over, and well, in a few days, he's due to arrive. So when we first see Nicole, she's prepping for the big visit.
Looking for some pajamas for my husband. My husband, Mahmoud, tries to wear his street clothes to bed. Like one time he wore like a wool sweater and like some jeans to bed, and it was like scratched me, like scratched my arm or something. It drives me crazy, and so I want to get him some comfortable pajamas.
Really, Nicole? Thrifted pajamas? Well, if you like it, I love it. But in the end, Nicole decided not to plump for pajamas. She decided to get boxer shorts. Wait, what? Second-hand boxer shorts? Oh, good lord, pajamas were bad, but this is a literal health and safety issue. Poor Mahmoud. He'll be itching and scratching in no time at all. Nicole, you are purchasing something for Mahmoud which someone else's Todger has been lounging around in. Who on God's green earth buys second-hand underwear? At this point, I simply believe Nicole was dropped on her head as a baby. There is no other reasonable explanation. So yeah, that's the extent of Nicole's preparations for Mahmoud coming over. Second-hand undercrackers. I just hope to God he never finds out.
I miss Mahmoud so much. It's been 5 months since I've seen him, but I'm so excited because tomorrow Mahmoud is moving to the US and it's going to be a whole new chapter for us.
Yep, I guess nothing says new chapter like old undercrackers. Anyway, next time we see Nicole, she's at the airport with a massive sign saying Mahmoud, my love, and she's waiting for him to walk through baggage claim. Oh, poor Mahmoud, he's going to be dealing with an awful lot of baggage this holiday. Oh, did I say holiday? Freudian slip, for that's what it will be. Guys, I'll honestly eat my hat if they make it past 6 weeks. So Nicole tells us she's so excited and she's been waiting for this day for 6 months. And as soon as he turned up, she raced over to him and they hugged and embraced. And then the fuckeries began. So Nicole knows good and well that Mahmoud is a devout Muslim, and as such, he doesn't like to kiss in public. But Nicole, well, she lets us know that she cares not, because they're in the good old US of A now.
I'm not John, I'm just like tired, like...
I noticed you didn't want to kiss me on my lips.
Does that make you uncomfortable? Yeah.
Mahmoud's in America, I can do whatever I want to him.
Wait, what? Now you're in America, you're in control. You're trying to kiss him on the lips in public. Oh lord, she's trying to press his buttons with a quickness. Even Angela waits, well, 45 minutes or so with Michael. And then guys, right after that, we have another heady dose of button pushing. Mahmoud says close your stomach, and what he meant was cover your stomach up, for Nicole was wearing a crop top. Another Muslim no-no, as she knows. Now I know off rip I'm going to get flack for this, but this couple have an ongoing problem with what Nicole wears and how they behave as a couple in public. All I'm saying is I don't understand why Nicole's trying to address this on day one. He's only just stepped foot out of Egypt. Why not wait 2 or 3 weeks before you pull the titty tops out?
I wanted to look nice for you, honey.
You always look nice. It's okay. It's not like to show your stomach.
Just don't even ruin a nice
No,
moment.
you
honey.
start. Don't start. Don't start and say don't running out your head.
Honestly, I just don't see this going well. It's not the fact that you're allowed to show your stomach in America. It's the fact that Mahmoud is not used to it just yet. Honestly, Nicole, I think you should break him in gently. On the drive home, Mahmoud seemed super tetchy, but he said he was just tired from the flight. And so they arrive back at Nicole's quite quirky apartment, and Mahmoud is very, very surprised. She has a mannequin there, obviously she's into fashion, and lots of different art on the walls, and lots of knickknacks, old cameras and so on. And you can tell that Mahmoud's just trying to acclimatise to a very different environment. And so Mahmoud pointed out the nude mannequin and also a painting that she has on the wall of a nude woman resplendent with public hair on display. And Mahmoud said he finds it rather odd. And Nicole's a bit nonplussed by this and she said, well, it's just everyday normal things to me. And you can see as the minutes tick by, she's getting more and more agitated with Mahmoud. She thinks he should be in America, jumping for joy, and begging to go and see the Hollywood sign or whatever. And because he isn't, she's rather unhappy with the state of affairs. Anyway, Mahmoud manages to summon a wry smile when Nicole gives him her gift. What gift, I hear you ask? Yes, that gift. The second-hand pair of undercrackers. He said they were nice. I would just like to know what he would say if he knew they'd been worn by somebody else previously. I think he'd be somewhat less enthusiastic. So anyway, it's about that time for Nicole to start with the fuckery.
I know you're just tired, but I was definitely hoping that you'd be a lot more excited. Happy to see me and things like that
so
instead of
happy,
just
of
like
course.
exhausted. But I told you, you know what, it irritates me that you didn't sleep on the plane, actually. It really does. But like really irritates me.
Yeah, I'm next time I wear this into you.
What is wrong with Nicole? Even NASA hasn't discovered which planet Nicole's head's on. Mahmoud has told her he's super tired, but she's just angry that he didn't sleep on the plane. Nicole, not everyone can sleep on a plane. The Ebird's fine sleeping on a flight. In fact, I can sleep anywhere. I've slept before in a party. But even I know this is an elite level skill that not everybody possesses. Anyway, Nicole cooks a rather pallid looking pizza for Mahmoud. Guys, if you boiled a pizza, here's what it'd look like. They eat and then they go to bed. So the next time we catch up with this couple, they're preparing for their very first day out. Mahmoud decides to take his prayer mat out, in case he needs to pray whilst he's on the move. If I were you, Mahmoud, I'd get a quick prayer in now. I believe this day is really going to test you. And when talking to production, he lets them know he's not going to change one thing about his religion. Really, Mahmoud? Don't tell production, tell Nicole. She needs to hear this. And so the couple do a bit of sightseeing, do a bit of shopping, and take a few selfies. And later on they walk along the seafront and they have a chat. And Mahmoud says he's missing his homeland and missing his family. And Nicole said, well, if there's anything I can do to make your stay here any easier, please let me know. I mean, come on, you haven't smiled for hours. You seem miserable, and you know Nicole, guys, she just wouldn't let it go.
So you barely smiled today at all. So,
I'm
like, and I just don't want to be, you know, this to be an experience where you just are unhappy and sad and miserable the whole time.
I'm
and
happy.
it
I'm
affects
so
the
happy I'm
relationship.
here now with you.
Nicole, he's just told you he misses his family. Shit is new in America for him. What more do you need to know? Just keep things buoyant and upbeat and you should be okay. Give him time to acclimatise. But guys, what happened next was astonishing. Nicole drums something up in her own head that, well, I didn't see, and this is filmed. Guys, please let me know in comments down below, what do you make of this?
You like that?
Eh?
The girl in purple.
Why you talk about it?
And you know what I saw him? Stop dead in your tracks to stare at
Stop
us.
what? Like,
I saw what happened. Ugh. You know what? Like, if you want an Arab woman, you should go get her.
Oh my god, so he can't even look at another woman. She's wearing a burqa. She's covered head to toe. Guys, I think I know what's happened here. He's just seen somebody who's the same faith as him in a sea of people who are all Christians or whatever else. And so he's done a double take and he's smiled. I just don't think it's that big of a deal. He's moved all the way from Egypt to be with you, away from his friends, his family and the life that he knows. But it's all so easy for you to believe that he's in love with a mystery girl. Guys, prayers for Nicole. She's had to observe her husband glancing at another woman. This relationship really is a fucking fairy tale. Anyway, Nicole finishes off with a flourish by saying the following.
It makes me feel like I'm not good enough, like maybe I'm not Muslim enough for him. But after that little incident though, Mahmoud, I'm putting your ass back on the plane. You go back to Egypt, I don't care.
What?
If you want to be a little womanizer, you can go back to Egypt.
If you're going to be a little womanizer, really? Guys, this girl is loop the loop. Facts. But then she said, if that's how you're going to behave, I'm going to put your ass back on the plane. And I've got to say, this was the overreaction of all overreactions. Nicole, what's wrong with you? And Mahmoud said, I'm done, and he stalked off. Now everyone on social media is asking, did Mahmoud go too far? No, he didn't go far enough, as in away. I would have gone all the way to Egypt. Anywho, half an hour later, Nicole decided to call Mahmoud. But when he picked up the phone, she picked up right where she left off. And she said, how dare you look at another woman like that? You should be looking at me like that. If you think I'm not Muslim enough, you can go. And he said, I'm not coming back, forget it. It's my first date and this is how you speak to me. Anyway, she finally caught up with Mahmoud. And he tries to explain things from his point of view to production.
I'm never going to be that rude person, and like I have my wife walk beside me and talk to a different woman. This is the most rude thing you can do. That woman was wearing that hijab. She's the first Muslim I see in the United States. This is why it was like surprised me, because you seeing something is like think about like whom.
And you know what, guys? I wholeheartedly believe him. What's he supposed to do? Not look at Muslims? Anyway, the following day, in the apartment, the couple were talking, and Nicole said she's never going to be who Mahmoud wants her to be. She's never going to change her clothes and cover up and change who she is to please him. Nicole, this is the kind of thing you should have said before he came over. This should have been known by both of you and discussed by both of you.
When I was in Egypt, I tried to make Mahmoud happy by, covering my hair, covering my body. But now that he's in America, I'm no longer going to compromise myself.
Quick question for Nicole. What does the word compromise mean to you? If I had to hazard a guess, I'd say sweet fuck all. And as if to illustrate my point, Mahmoud then said, look at you now, you're wearing short sleeves. Before I would never have liked it, but I've changed, I've compromised to be with you because I love you. But Nicole said, I'm not going to compromise, I'm not going to change who I am. This is how I am, and I don't see why I have to change. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've entered the world of the one-sided compromise. Nicole must have been talking to Daddy Ebird. Guys, my dad always says, never ever compromise, and that way, at least one of you will be happy. Guys, I carried that along with me for a very long time until, well really, yeah, it fucked me up, it did. Anyway, Mahmoud's busy telling production that before he came, Nicole said, we're going to meet in the middle. But he says, now I'm here, she just wants to do whatever she wants to do. Anyway, next time we see Nicole and Mahmoud, it's time for the big showdown. So Nicole's wearing a pink tight dress, and she's asking Mahmoud, are you coming? And apparently she's going to meet her friends, and it's a welcome to America, Mahmoud dinner. But unfortunately, the guest of honour lets Nicole know, in no uncertain terms, he's not going. He doesn't feel like it, he says.
My friends are looking forward to meeting you. That's the whole purpose of this dinner. Mahmoud, when you make plans, you should keep them, right?
Well, it would seem he's not keeping his plans. He's decided not to go because Nicole's wearing a dress which shows some of her back. And Nicole pointed out, this isn't Egypt. I can wear whatever I want in my own country. And Mahmoud said very childishly, yep, okay, next time be naked. But like I've already said, it's a conversation they've got to have and work out where the compromise lies, but I don't like the whole idea that Mahmoud is completely ignoring her. It's extremely rude. He just looked up from his phone long enough to say, if you don't like it, we'll get a divorce. They've both threatened each other with divorce within the first, 24 hours of him being here. Guys, I don't see it for them. I really don't. Anyway, she decides to go solo. And she arrived at what looked like a Middle Eastern restaurant, and her 3 friends were waiting for her. They asked where Mahmoud was, and she told them the following.
Why he is not coming?
Well, Mahmoud's not coming because he wants to get a divorce.
What?
Based on what? Why did he say such a thing?
Because my back is exposed. Yeah.
Her friends were all dumbfounded. But of course Nicole forgot to tell them that just the day previous, she'd threatened Mahmoud with divorce as well. It seems to be a running thread in their relationship, so they all agreed that her dress wasn't at all provocative, and in fact they said it was very modest. But the guy that was there did say, "Why didn't you change your dress?" And to that, Nicole had no great answer. So Nicole spent the next hour or so absolutely eviscerating Mahmoud to her friends. Guys, she called him everything but a child of Allah.
I laid down the law. He said, that's okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. But then I wore this dress, and he says, we're done. Yeah.
But can you be so quick to jump to the divorce thing?
I didn't say divorce. He said divorce, and he always says divorce.
Nicole, why are you always lying? You've both said divorce. You threatened to put him back on the plane. He threatened to divorce. You're both as bad as each other. Also, you said, I laid down the law, and he said okay. He never said okay. In fact, he said everything but. He said, it's my religion. It's the way that I was brought up. I've tried to compromise with you, but you don't want to meet in the middle. That's what he said. Guys, she's riling all her friends up to make them think, oh my god, Mahmoud's evil. Anyway, they finished eating and they had a fantastic idea. One of the greatest. They decided to finish up with a nightcap back at Nicole's apartment and ambush Moody Mahmoud. If Moody Mahmoud won't go to the mountain, then the mountain will come to Moody Mahmoud. Guys, he's going to be thrilled to see them. I just know it. If he's not, I'll eat my falafel. So when they all finally arrived, things took a swerve for the worse with a quickness. They arrived at the apartment and they all said hi, and then they went to the fridge and got some alcoholic drinks out. Mahmoud was not too happy about this.
I didn't know there's alcohol in the house until she get it some out for her friends. It's not makes me comfortable. I'm trying to change as much as I can to be with her, but I think what she's doing right now is too much. I'm not American and she have to understand that.
Yeah, Mahmoud, I'm trying to bat for you, but really what somebody else drinks is surely their own concern. It's unsurprising she had alcohol in her apartment. She's American after all. Also, I've been to Egypt on very many occasions, and Egyptians, they drink beer all the time. I know that hard liquor is now not allowed. Guys, it did used to be about 15 years ago, and then, I don't know, something changed. But it's commonplace to go to a bar and drink beer in Egypt, so yeah, there's that. Anyway, they asked Mahmoud why he didn't come to the dinner, and he said he felt tired, and they said yeah, we understand, and everything was kind of okay until this happened.
Why didn't you come?
I'm sorry, I just so tired is why.
You look tired. You look exhausted, actually.
You're a liar. Mahmoud, tell the truth. Yeah, tell the truth.
What? Nicole gave him a look that said, I hate the very ground you walk on. You're an effing liar. I actually cannot believe she said that in front of other people. And so Mahmoud walked back towards the bedroom and Nicole shouted after him, you're a hateful little beep. What the bleep was, guys, I don't know. I've got a feeling it was the C word. I really think so, but I can't be sure. Anyway, Mahmoud went outside to smoke a cigarette and Julian followed him. They started talking about the way that Nicole dresses, and Mahmoud said she promised to meet me in the middle and she hasn't done. And Julian said, I think she's actually very conservative. Wait till you see what some of the females in LA dress like. Julian, 1, how somebody else dresses is none of your business. 2, I refer you back to number 1. Anyway, allegedly the main reason for Mahmoud's ire this evening is the fact that she spoke to him so disrespectfully around her friends. And guys, I agree with him 100% on this. I literally couldn't get my breath. That shit doesn't fly in Los Angeles or Egypt. And Nicole told production, Mahmoud's making me look bad. Nicole, you need no help. You got this. You're an expert in making yourself look terrible. I tell you who else gave you a bit of a helping hand. Julian. Guys, look at this. This absolutely had me in stitches.
I think Mahmoud's a genuine guy, but it's a very frustrating situation. I think they're both clashing at the moment.
Get out of my house. Go.
Guys, his face knew not what to do. The whole time he's talking, Nicole's in the background saying, go on then, get out, go on, pack your stuff up, you little bitch, go on, get out of here, beat it. She's truly unhinged. Guys, is this one of her tics? I swear she's got Tourette's. I'm certain of it. So Mahmoud packed his suitcase and he tried to leave, but Julian tried to stop him. But in the end they compromised and Mahmoud left his suitcase there, but he skulked out into the street, where production helped him find a hotel for the night. So anyway, on the way, Nicole started calling him and asking him to come back. And he said, no, I don't want to. The truth be told, I don't blame him one iota. I would never go back in front of those people when I've been spoken to like that by my partner. And by the looks of things, Mahmoud is very nearly done.
Love is part of his life. It's not everything. Love is not enough for marriage, I think. Somehow I think it's over now.
Oh dear, and the following day was no better. Mahmoud woke up and got some breakfast, and Nicole started stalker calling him because she wanted to speak to him, she told production, and sort things out. But when he finally answered, she started screaming and shouting at him again. And this was the final straw for Mahmoud. He went back to the apartment, gave her the $300 he owed her for the hotel room. Then he returned her credit card and iPhone and made good his leave, telling her with a flourish that he wishes to get a divorce. And finally guys, that's where we end things for this week. And so what does the Ebird think of all of this? Well, I think I've made my feelings pretty clear. I think overall, Nicole is the one who's out of order. Not just because of what she's wearing. That's a conversation that can be had. But Nicole seems not to want to bend in any meaningful way. She seems to think, we're in America, it's legal to wear what you want in America. Therefore, I'm going to assert myself and wear what I want. Now, of course, that's her right. But what isn't right and what doesn't sit well with me is that you've got this chap over here on false pretenses. You told him, we'll compromise, we'll meet in the middle. Much like your tops and skirts, you're not meeting in the middle. You're just doing what you want to do. And no relationship can thrive given that situation. It's not just the fact that you knew he was a Muslim when you married him, but you yourself converted to Islam. So I think it's reasonable to suggest that he thought you might be a tad more modest after your conversion. And you just keep repeating, it's legal over here. Just means not a thing. It's legal for you to text through your husband's phone and ask all of his good-looking mates for dick pics. That's not against the law. Well, I hope not. But we don't do it, do we? Well, not often. Oh, good lord, guys. Nicole's acting brand new. Mahmoud, for his part, is out of order for saying, I'll divorce you, I'll divorce you. But I honestly cannot wrap my head around what kind of person you have to be when someone has nobody in a country to say get out, go get out, whilst you're standing there with all of your friends in your apartment, in your country, in your city. That to me goes way beyond bad behaviour. Anyway guys, that's enough from me. I'd love to know what you think. Please put your comments down below. Are you Team Mahmoud or Team Nicole? Also, what do you think to Julian? I quite liked him. I felt he was trying to be very helpful, and I think he was the only friend that was actually asking Nicole any incisive questions. But yeah, comments down below and I'll get on with the next one. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you soon. You've been listening to Ebird Online, and I bid you good day.
Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby.